What is up, guys? Welcome back. I know there's been a few videos going leading up to this, but here we are. This is how to change your valve cover gaskets. This is how to do it for anybody looking to do it on their own. It's really not that, I know it's daunting, but it's not that difficult, and I'll show you guys all of my tricks, tips, and little ways that makes it easier. And it's honestly not too bad to get these off. So come on along with me, guys, and I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so first things first is just remove the battery. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is remove these wires, and then so I can just pull this up and over and out of the way. Alrighty, so yeah, so like I got the wires out of the way. There was another little connector back there that goes to, there you go, that I think it's like connects to one of the brake lines, or I honestly don't know what this line is. I think it's a brake line. Anyways, there's a connector there. It's kind of moved it out of the way. Next thing I'm going to do is go underneath and unplug one, or not unplug, unloosen off the engine mounts, and then probably jack up the motor a little bit, just so it gives me better access to everything down there. And yeah, then next after that, I'm going to probably pull the coil packs off, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys then. I've loosened off the motor mounts on either side of the motor. Next, this is kind of like the best piece of wood I have. I'm going to try to cover the most surface area on the pan, because like I know jacking on the pan isn't really the best thing, but in our case we're just doing jacking a little bit just to kind of make it easier to pull the bolts off, or to pull the actual valve cover out and just make room. So yeah, never try to jack just off of this. Try to get a piece of wood to kind of widen the surface area that you're jacking off of, because yes, the pan is a bad spot to jack off. They can dent pretty easily, and you don't want that. So yeah, just here I have my wood all good on my jack here. I'm just gonna go up a little bit. Coming around back up top, I don't know if you guys can notice, but I can. The motor is definitely much more up and gives us a lot more access down there. It should make removing that rear coil pack a lot easier. I think you are also able to move the motor back and forth ever so slightly, and I was able to move it just a little bit that way. And yeah, so next thing you guys are going to want to do is remove, there's one bolt right here on both of them. The bolt won't come all the way out, it's like that, but you're gonna do that, undo the clip for it, be nice with it. They break very easily, and then you pull it out, but obviously you can't come right out. So either, I think with this one you can just kind of come up and out a little bit. With the rear one, usually they go out and like over, or maybe up in this case since it's up in the air. But yeah, usually you got to go out and then pull it to the side. Luckily the tube going to this spark plug is rubber and it's bendable, so you won't wreck anything there. Alrighty, so next thing that we're gonna get to is these two breather hoses for the valve cover. So these cars, a lot of the rubber in these cars go rock friggin' hard. Like, these are literally, it's not rubber anymore. Like, here, maybe I can hit it. No longer rubber. And so highly recommend a heat gun, because otherwise these are just gonna break. Heat gun, heat it up nice and good, get it all nice and soft, and then you can use a screwdriver probably down there. Just kind of twist it and pull off with your hand, and it should come off relatively easily. Let's see how it goes for me. So that actually came off relatively easily. The main thing is with that, it's just the heat. And if you got a pair of needle nose pliers, any pliers, you put it on it and you just give it a little twist. Because if sometimes it's really on there from factory, they like suction, they just grip to it. And so then you twist it, it cracks that. Like you can kind of hear a crack sometimes. And then that's your goal. And then you get the screwdriver in there, and then maybe what I like to do is I get the needle nose, I put them around it, and then I kind of like pry it. So it's not prying on one edge of it, and it comes off really easily. It's worked for me a bunch of times, but yeah, one of them's here. The other one I've pushed back there, so it's out of the way. The only thing left to do, I'm gonna remove this. I've seen a lot of people do it. I was debating it, but I'm going to because it's gonna get in the way with the AC line. So yeah, we're gonna remove that, and then probably start removing these bolts, and I'll catch back up to you guys if I got another update. Alrighty, so all you're really gonna need is a 10mm wrench. And I will say this is the hardest one to get to. It is right there, frame rail is there, it's there. With it being jacked up, there's enough room to fit stuff in there, but yeah, it's definitely tight. And I would highly recommend trying to find a ratcheting 10mm wrench, because this took me forever because I just had to go like little by little. But I got it out, and so we got a couple more to go. Also, just a quick thing, before you remove or before you start prying on the valve cover gasket or on the valve cover, sorry, make sure you clean up around it. You don't want crap going in there, so just make sure you clean around it. I mean, obviously all that crap there is irrelevant because it's over here, but don't worry, those aren't my head gaskets. Those are just from the top of the motor, all the oil coming down. It's on both sides. It's pretty bad. But yeah, that's basically it, and you just repeat the same for all of them. I cracked them all loose first just to make sure, just to make sure. But yeah, I'll meet back up with you guys up top. We got cracked it loose. Sadly, that is not how I wanted the motor on the inside to look like. That is just kind of the signs of, I don't want to say lack of maintenance, but like oil changes not done as frequently as they should be. We're gonna pull the valve cover out, put it on the bench, and we'll take a look at it a little more. I'll meet up with you in a second. Alrighty, so we got the valve cover out. As you can see, it is pretty black in there, but it's not bad. And the top is better than the bottom. I don't really know why, but whatever. It's not a huge deal. But yeah, we got down here. I was just checking the valve clearances with that. They all seem pretty good. Yeah, so I mean, I could get the camera in closer. Boop. Yeah, you guys can see. You know, that's a valve train there. If you're doing this yourself, it's really not a bad job. It came out and up pretty easily. I did have all this stuff out of the way. I recommend doing that. It makes it a lot easier, because then instead of having this cable here, like it was just barely getting caught on this. So with another cable like here, it definitely would have been in the way, and definitely pull off the filler cap. Makes it a lot easier. But yeah, like we can just remove that little leaky boy. We're gonna put in the nice new blue boys. I might time lapse me just quickly cleaning this up, and yeah, also if you're gonna do this, get the spark plug tubes as well, the gaskets. I got those, definitely. I mean, just get this kit, Valpro kit. It's very good. It wasn't too expensive either. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly clean this up, and I'll meet back up with you guys. So it's been a few days because I have been waiting on these. These are little camshaft plugs. These here, they go on the end of the camshaft by the valve cover gaskets. I'll show you in a second. But basically, I've been waiting on those because I started doing stuff, and then I was like, you know what, I should just replace them. And so I ordered them, had to wait a couple days, and then I've just been busy, so I had to wait a couple extra days to actually get them. And yeah, so that's where we are now. Basically, here, I'll show you this now. Basically, this is the old one. They're very brittle and they break really easily because when they get old. It's just this little half moon. It's 4 of them. It's 2 on each valve cover for each camshaft. And basically, you just put RTV. I don't think you're meant to put it on here. I think you're meant to put it on the engine block, and then or on the head, sorry. and then you just squeeze these things into it. There's like a little semicircle down there. I think you guys can see it down there. But yeah. Oh. All right. Yeah. So those go down there, and there's one down there, and then there's one up the top too. Both sides need them, and yeah, that's where I am. Once I get that in, I'm gonna give it like a minute, so just so I can't touch it and move it, and then I'm gonna put the new valve cover, like the new gasket, around the valve cover, and put the RTV where it needs to be. There it is there. Where it needs to be. It needs, since this is this side, you put it there, 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 and there. Some people say just do it everywhere, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I am just going to do it in a few spots, maybe some other spots if I think. But yeah, it's a pretty it's a pretty easy job, especially if you can jack up the motor. It makes it really easy to jack up the motor. But it's kind of like scary at the same time because it's just there's a lot. There's not a lot, honestly, but it's just like your motor is open and it's in this dirty engine bay, and it's like I'll catch back up with you guys probably when we're throwing the rubber gasket in around there. I'll see you. All right, so we're gonna get this, open it up, throw it in there. Just gonna actually, you know what? I picked up the knife that was right, or I picked up the screwdriver that was right beside the X-Acto blade. That is apparently dull. Okay. Anyways, it did most of the job. So first off, we're gonna have those. Actually, I still gotta do a real quick, just rinse down of this. Alright guys, don't mind the wind outside. Sorry for that. It's just, yeah, it's really windy out. And that's why I'm in here, because it is cold outside. I've got a big heater out. I don't know if you guys might have seen it in the background. But yeah, it's quite a big heater actually. And it seems to be doing a decent job, but this garage is completely like non-insulated. And so it's really bad and it gets really cold. And like any heat that you put into it just disappears. And neither of the garage doors actually seal very well.
Alrighty, so first things first, we have these. This, let's go. There's something about a really nice blade. Oh, yeah, as I say that. Whatever. Something about a really nice blade when it just opens it perfectly. Just, you know, something about it. It's just so nice. So now, I don't believe these are directional.
Maybe there, because that one just went into that spot perfectly. And this one is going to go to this one perfectly. Now don't worry, I'm just throwing them in there, but they feel actually really nice. But I'm going to actually get some oil and put it all around it. But just for shits, let's throw one of these on.
I'm going to find the right side. I don't actually know, that's a good question. I have no idea if these things actually like go for side to side, or if you can, it doesn't matter like, if you throw in one to the left or one to the right. I'd like to know that. So yeah, I'm genuinely curious now.
Yeah, I know I've said this in a video in the past, guys, but Felpro gaskets, definitely always a go-to. I'm a really big fan of them. They always work really well. They always fit in really nicely. Like these ones right here all went in. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of play there, but other than that, it's actually really nice. And like these ones are really nice too. All right, so just gonna grab some oil this up, and then they'll be going into the car. So catch up with you guys once they're in the car. Okay guys, so I've got it back in. It's back in the car, everything's back together, other than the coil packs. I haven't done that yet. I'll probably wait, or maybe not, I don't really know. But I just don't feel like doing it right now. But I just want to get moving on to the other side over here.
Work it.
Okay, so guys, that's how you do valve covers on a '05 Subaru or an EJ 25.5. It's honestly not horrible. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. I hope that you guys who need to see it see it. Honestly, if the guys who need to see it probably aren't still watching because they've probably already clicked off and are back in the garage trying to do it. But anyways, I'm really having fun with this. I'm trying really trying my best to upload every week because it is fun. I like it. I like recording. I have stuff to record right now. It might get a little more difficult come whatever time that this thing's actually driving, and like I don't have anything to record. And I'm sorry that a lot of the content has been repetitive lately. I do apologize for that. It's what I have. It's what I have to record, and I'm trying my best. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm really trying to get up to that 60 subscribers. That's gonna boost my confidence. We're more than halfway there, and I love watching my ratings go up, and I'm happy that my editing and everything is getting better and that you guys are enjoying my videos more and watching longer too. I'm so happy. So thank you guys. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see you in the next one.